This is TaskSpoon, the series where I aim to complete the collection log by doing one randomly generated task at a time. After completing the medium tier, I'm ready to attempt some of the longest and hardest challenges yet as I move on to the hard tier. Welcome to Season 3 of TaskSpoon. Hello everybody and welcome to episode 122 of the TaskSpoon series. In the last video, I got spooned at Bryophyta, getting the Bryophyta essence at around 35 KC. I then went and did around 400 beginner clues to greenlog those as well, and we ended the video by doing like 800 DK kills to get a Seer's Ring, and we rolled a task to get the Elven Signet, so I am here in Prif. I have no idea what my plan is or what the fastest way to go about doing this is, so I'm gonna go do a little bit of research and then come up with a plan. Man, I hadn't even really come up with a plan yet, but I already found a Crystal Impling. What if we are just done right now? Okay, no, but that would have been really cool. And 8 Renar Seeds is pretty good. And another one. So I found a post on the 2007 Scape subreddit that was posted 2 years ago with a link to a YouTube video on a guide on how to catch Crystal Implings. And one of the things it says is you run the loop, which is basically just a square around Prif, as you might expect. And every time you get to this altar, you can use the spell Vile Vigor, which I'm sure a lot of you don't even know exists, which turns all of your prayer into run energy, and then you just pray at the altar, and then you never have to use like staminas or teleport away or anything. So that is very convenient, and I'm very happy that the guide showed me that. And I'm going to link it in the description if you want to watch it. It's 30 seconds long, and it's really funny, so I would give it a little watch. But yeah, the guide basically said what I already knew. You just run around Prif. You run around this sort of inner ring, that way you can see everything. A lot of the Implings will end up being on the outer ring, but if you just stay on the inner ring, then you don't have to run as far. And yeah, every time you make it back to the altar up there, you use your spell, pray at the altar, and then hop worlds and do it again. And I'm just gonna do that until I get it. By the way, the Signet itself is a 1 in 128 chance from each Crystal Impling, and the Crystal Implings are a rare spawn that can happen 1 per world every 30 minutes, so if you see one or you catch one, then you pretty much just hop right away because there's no chance of being another one. So yeah, that's the plan. Here I go. I don't know if I'm getting lucky or what, but I've only been doing this for like 10 minutes and I've already found so many. I mean, I'm not that lucky because I don't have the ring yet, but this is actually turning out pretty well. As you might have seen in some of the clips, I have told my clan that if they see any Crystal Implings to let me know, so big shout out to them for making this process just a little bit faster. I don't know what this portion of the video is going to look like. There really isn't much else to it other than just me catching Implings over and over again and not getting the thing. So I hope you guys enjoy like 5 minutes of just me catching Implings and not getting the ring. Oh my god, it's done. Finally, let's go. It's been so long. So many things have happened since now in the last clip I recorded. I have like 537 just uncommentated clips of me catching crystal implings. I got a new microphone. I don't know if you can hear a difference. I'm actually in the middle of trying to set up the microphone settings as we speak, so I'm sorry if this clip doesn't sound very good. I still need to change some stuff, but there it is. We're done. Let's go. First of all, I just want to give a big shout out to any of the people that were helping scout implings for me. 275 and Winter Todd in the clan, and there are a few other people as well. Without them, this would have taken even longer than it did, and it already took me like over 7 days. So I'm happy to be able to move on, but yeah, big shout out to them. Thank you. First of all, before I forget that this is a thing, if you take the Signet and the Celestial Ring, along with 100 shards, and I think it's 1,000 Stardust, but I don't remember, you can combine the two rings, which essentially just makes their effects together. It doesn't make either one better, it just makes them both work at the same time, which is, I guess, only really relevant if you're using a crystal pickaxe for the mining boost and for the shard reduction, but yeah, there it is, Celestial Signet. Cool. I'm going to put a screenshot of the loot tracker here, even though most of it is still in the inventory, as you can see. There is actually a lot of goodies in there. 106 Renar seeds is absolutely insane. Love that. 2,821 baby dragon bones. I don't know exactly how much prayer experience that is, but that is very nice. A bunch of alkables, a bunch of money, onyx bolt tips. I mean, pretty much everything here is useful one way or another. So I am very happy with that. Just not happy with how long it took, but yeah. Man, I'm so tired. I have no idea what I'm gonna do with all those clips of me catching implings, man. So I did the math to figure out how long I was actually on that task. I said 7 days, but Christmas was in the middle there, and yeah, so turns out it takes me about 2 minutes to do a full lap around Prifddinas, and I would find an impling about 1 in every 3 worlds, which means it takes me about 6 minutes to find an impling myself, and that means that I get about 10 an hour. I had 541 implings caught before I got the ring, therefore approximately 54 hours of gameplay, although like I said before, I did have some people scouting for me for a little bit in there, so they probably saved me like close to 10, maybe 15 hours, so let's say just around 40 to 45 hours of running around Prif and hopping worlds, which, yes, was just as boring as it sounds. But yeah, I hope future me found a way to make that at least somewhat entertaining for you guys. I have no idea what I'm gonna do at this point, but either way, we can move on. Let's go roll a new task, finally. Alright, here we go, back on the spreadsheet. We can complete the task. It's been a while since I've said that. And let's generate a new task. Hopefully it's something quicker, because this has taken me a very long time. So let's see what we're doing. 1 Obsidian Armor drop. Okay. As far as the Obsidian Armor pieces go, we already have the plate body as a drop, and we bought the plate legs with Toggle, but either the helmet or the plate legs would satisfy the task. The helmet would be slightly more useful to complete the Obsidian Armor set. I don't know if I would ever use it, but it is pretty strong with the Berserker necklace and the sword and whatever, so maybe, I don't know. Either way, I'm just going to alch these things, and then I will get geared up, and we will kill some Tazars. Well, my plan was, or I guess I should say still is, just to go into the middle of the inner city and pray melee and attack all the melee boys and just auto-retaliate, kill them all. And then I was thinking, maybe I don't want to waste all the prayer potions doing that. I could just do something else, like safe spot them or something. And then I realized, yeah, I got 100 Renar seeds on that last task. So, yeah, we're just gonna send it. The armor pieces are each a 1 in 2,000 drop from these guys individually. And since 2 of them satisfy the task for me, that means I have about a 1 in 1,000 chance per kill. So, yeah, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here for, but, we're just gonna start, and yeah, we're gonna do this a lot. Okay, slight advancement in the strategy. For one, these guys have a really small aggro range, meaning that it's really hard to actually get enough of them on me so that I can go and AFK and not look at the game. And 2, I figured that my initial plan was just to use the blowpipe to aggro them all. But if I bring the Serp Helm as well, then I can guarantee venom on them, and then not only can I aggro them easier, but they will also all die faster. So that's the new plan: blowpipe, Serp Helm, venom, then put all my stuff on, and then now I AFK. The annoying part about these Tazar tasks, there's no good way of keeping track of kill count. Because the Tazars so often drop nothing, the Runelight tracker doesn't do a good job of keeping track of the kills. So I'm just going to go off of XP gained per hour and then do some math. But yeah, it's actually going pretty quick with this new method. The Venom makes sure they're all dying pretty quick. And yeah, I'm just AFK and doing some editing. It's working out pretty well. Hey, let's go, Obsidian plate legs. That was so fast. What the heck? So I was going to try and do math based on the XP per hour and figure out how many kills I did. But because of the Venom not giving experience and doing a bunch of the damage, it's actually kind of hard to figure out how many I killed. But I can say that I was only there for like 2.5 hours. So all things considered, that is pretty good. Unfortunately, we got the legs, so those are a duplicate for me. Considering that I bought the other ones, but we're done. Nice. And that means that we can go roll a new task. Let's do it. All right, here we go on the spreadsheet to complete the task, and let's see what we're doing. Get 1 unique from the Wildy Bosses. Okay. So the Wildy Boss uniques tasks are going to be a little bit interesting going forward here. I already have all the drops from Chaos Elemental, as you can see, and the Chaos Fanatic, Crazy Archaeologist, and Scorpius Shards are all their own tasks, so I can't do those for these tasks, which means that I either need to kill the bear, the spider, or the skeleton, and I am almost always going to be killing the small bosses, because I'm probably going to be soloing, so I need to figure out which of these bosses has an item that I actually want. Spoiler alert, I think it's going to end up being Vedion and Calvarion, specifically Calvarion, simply because Ring of the Gods is cool, and it's the easiest one, I'm pretty sure. So I haven't actually killed any of these new bosses. This is all going to be new to me, so I'm going to go do some research, and I will come back to you in a bit. Just as a general template for the Wilderness boss drops, they can all drop the Dragon Pickaxe and the Dragon Two-Handed Sword, both of which I already have, so they do me no good here, although an extra pickaxe would be nice to leave in TOA. And then they all drop a ring, the Ring of the Gods, the Treasonous Ring, and the Tyrannical Ring. The Treasonous and Tyrannical Ring are for Stab and Crush bonus, neither of which I really care about. But the Ring of the Gods is the best in slot prayer ring, so at least that has some use for me. Then they all drop a Voidwaker piece, which would be very cool if I could get all of them, but that is unlikely as it's the most rare item. And then they all drop a Wilderness weapon upgrade piece for the crossbow, the flail, and the staff. I forget their names. But the only things that are really useful for me right now are the rings, because I don't have any Wilderness weapons, and I don't think I will complete a Voidwaker anytime soon, so I figure I might as well target the ring that is the most useful. So we are going to go kill some Calvarion. I have no idea what I'm doing, so I'm going to go look up a gear setup, and I think the mechanics are pretty easy, so yeah, we're just going to send it. Okay, so this is going to be the setup. The Salve Amulet E works on him because he's a skeleton. Other than that, focusing mostly on prayer and a little bit of crush bonus. Using the Abyssal Bludgeon, he is weak to crush, but more importantly, focusing on just not having items that I care about if I lose. As long as I make it below 20 Wilderness, then I get to keep all my goodies. The only thing I'm really losing is, like, my looting bag and, like, nothing else of value. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go start. Unfortunately, until you've done enough kills, you can't actually peek to see if there's anyone in there, so it's gonna take a little while to find a world, I'm gonna guess, but I'm just gonna go and start. So, the actual Calvarion fight... Oh, well, this is awkward. Anyway, like I was saying, the actual Calvarion fight is pretty easy. There's only a couple mechanics you have to deal with. One is killing dogs, one is avoiding lightning, and one is avoiding his frontal. And other than that, I mean, you just sort of hit the boss, so... yeah, the only thing is I have to avoid PKers, and I just gotta get, you know, a little bit lucky. I was a little bit confused why I kept taking damage. Apparently, I didn't read the mechanics well enough. these little lightning bolts, even though they very clearly look like a 1x1, they actually do damage in a 3x3. And I don't know why Jagex likes doing that so much. If something's gonna do damage in a 3x3 area, just make the thing a 3x3 animation so that people know. It's just so weird. I'm so sad I didn't kill that guy. I'm like 90% sure I chanced him there, but it would have been so funny. Man, I'm so sad. I just went back and checked the recording. I DDS'd him for 26-27, got him to 15 health. He put on Prey Melee, but he kept robes and he didn't eat, and I spec'd a 0-0. I just need to spec 15 damage with a DDS on Prey Melee. That's so doable. Anyways, that was 7 kills there, and I think I pretty much understand everything there is to understand of the boss, and it's actually kind of fun. I really wish it wasn't in the wilderness, because I just hate being in the wilderness in general. I don't like the fact that you can't really ever look away from your screen without risking dying, but yeah, the boss itself is pretty fun. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I did have a look at the Calvarion and Vedion combat achievements, but they're kind of lame. You just need to get 20 KC, and then you get them both, which I guess is good. 7 easy combat achievement points, but I thought there'd be some cooler stuff in there. And yes, even though it says kill Vedion 20 times, Calvarion does count. As you can see, I got that one. Alright, and here's that combat achievement I was just talking about, 20 KC with the drop. Oh, never mind. Also, I realized that I am stupid, and you don't actually need Prey Melee on when you're fighting Vedion or Calvarion, because he doesn't actually swing his sword at you. Although it sort of looks like it, the only way he actually attacks is through the lightning strikes. So, yeah, and I mean, when the Hellhounds are out, I do, but I've just been wasting prayer, because I don't actually need Prey Melee. No way! What the? Oh, what? What? That's not what I wanted. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's really good, but it's completely useless until I get the other two. Just because I didn't go over the exact drop rates, the Voidwaker Blade is a 1 in 912. And I got it on kill number 35, so that's not likely, but okay, nice. What the heck? Man, this always happens. I go over 4 times the drop rate on the Elven Signet, and then all of a sudden I get an Obsidian Armor piece in like 2 hours, and then a Voidwaker Blade and 35 KC. I know what you're doing, game. You like to torture me, but then give me just enough to reel me back in. Anyways, yeah, let's go roll a new task. I have no idea where we're at time-wise in this video, because, you know, the whole Crystal Impling incident. But, yeah, let's go roll a new task, see if it's quick. We might as well do it now, hopefully. Okay, here we are, back on the spreadsheet. Complete that task, and let's see what we are doing. Get 1 new unique from the Kalphite Queen. Okay. The only thing I have left from the Kalphite Queen is to get the Kalphite Queen head, which is a 1 in 128 drop. I've done 162 kills so far, and I recently learned that the Tattered KQ head, which is the guaranteed drop at 256 KC, does not count towards this on the collection log. So even if I get to 256 kills without getting the heads, even though I get the Tattered head, it doesn't count for the collection log, and therefore it doesn't count for the task. So I need to get this KQ head specifically, which in theory should be more likely, but either way, I'm going to go and start, and I think I'm going to end the video after I get either the Kalphite Queen head normally, or 256 kills, and therefore get the Tattered head, and then we'll finish it off in the next video if that happens, but hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully we just get the normal KQ head. So, yeah, I'm going to go get geared up, and we'll get started. So the setup is going to be essentially the same. I haven't really gained any new armor or weapons or anything since the last time I killed KQ. The only difference is I'm bringing Lunars this time, just for this one kill. I want to get the last combat achievement that I don't have, where you need to do the final blow with a vengeance. So yeah, I'm going to try that, and then we'll go back to Thralls and do things pretty much the exact same way as last time. I can't believe that just happened. The bug hit me for a 1, and now my poison is gonna kill it before I can venge it. I hate this game. There we go. And now we get to see that beautiful, beautiful green log Kalphite Queen. Never have to think about that again. And now all that's left is to get the head. Now all that's left is for me to smack the large bug until I get her head, which could take who knows how long. And I did sort of realize that even if I do go over 256 kills, at least that would let me actually go and do the Desert Elite Diary, which then would make the kills faster. So it's not the end of the world if I don't get it early, although I would much rather get it sooner rather than later. But yeah, that is something to think about. But hopefully I just get it on this kill right now. I realized at this point I've been doing this for a few hours now, and I haven't really saved like any footage of me actually killing the boss. Last time I had a Kalphite Queen task, I included a lot of the Wines of Zamorak drop, because they were actually very important for me at the time. But looking at my tab now, I actually have more wines than I do dwarf weeds, so at this point, there really isn't any interesting drops other than the head. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm at 202 KC, so I should get to the 256 mark soon-ish, hopefully. Yeah. Well, that's at least something. It's not that exciting. Dragon Chain Body, I already have it and isn't really useful. But Alex for 150k, so that's nice. Oh, there's another Dragon Chain Body. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I've been messing around with mic settings, and apparently my mic wasn't working there. But there it is, Tattered Heads. The D-Chain was actually on kill number 255, so I got D-Chained and then the Tattered Heads back to back, which is pretty cool. But yeah, that was the last thing I needed to do the Desert Elite Diary, so I'm gonna go do that, and then we will end the video there. As I've said before, anytime that I am able to do an achievement diary in less than an hour, aka I already have all the requirements and I just need to go and run around and do things, then I am letting myself do them. There's no sense me stopping myself. And the only thing I really had left was the KQ head, because you need to speak to it in your POH, and I can boost to 90 fletching, and I can do everything else extremely quickly. So, yeah, I'm going to do that, and then we will probably wrap up the video there. Yeah, I accept the XP. Cool. Yeah, we'll probably wrap up the video there, and then we will continue in the next video with the shortcut unlock, which will just make things faster. I had some orange spice lying around, and I was able to get the boost pretty quickly, so that wasn't too bad. There is the only task that I did have the level 4 done. The rest is just running around and doing things. Alright, and this should be the last task I have left, and there is the Desert Elite Diary complete. Let me go and claim the rewards. Oh, I forgot to press the record button, but there is the Desert Elite Diary completed. I got an antique lamp for some big Herblore XP, and I got a Desert Amulet, infinite teleports to Narda, which is very cool. The Narda statue, whatever this is, the Eladinus statue, increases your health over max and restores all your health, prayer, run, and special attack. So it's actually very useful for a lot of things. And there's a few other bonuses. 100%, don't really care with that. Blah, 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 blah. Pharaoh's Scepter can hold more charges. That's kind of cool. Free pass to the Shanty Pass, whatever. And most importantly, access to a crevice shortcut requiring 86 agility, which is exactly the level I have, which is very convenient, in the Kalphite layer, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, we are pretty much essentially fully set up to finish this task in the next video. So yeah, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget to hit the like button. It's the best way to help my videos with the YouTube algorithm. And yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to do for that crystal impling thing. But I hope I found a way to make my suffering entertaining for you guys. But that's going to be it from me. I will see you guys in the next video. And a big thank you to all of my channel members, but a special thank you to my Tier 3 Big Spoon channel members, Alchemist BTW, Jack Staumer, Zach Martin, Luxitaire, Tony Adkins, and Dolph. Thank you guys, and thank you everyone on screen here for the support.